more towards Jet is just the projectile system. If you
Right.
have that, you're already moving in the right direction versus Sonic.
Yeah, there's a lot of disruption to the base Sonic game plan that you can throw out. I mean, you can put the clay pigeon in between you can drop the gunman, and it'll just eat that spin dash if that's what he's going for. But obviously, Ken, a seasoned veteran of the game, gonna know how to get through that barrage of projectiles, no problem.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the game plan here with Sonic, to be as nimble and as quick as ever. And doing just that, but MBOZ said every dog has his day. And, you know, making them pay in a major way right here. Love those couple up airs just to set the tone of the match and to let them know that, you know, Ken, you are great. I'm not going to let you jump over me for free. I'm not that type of player.
Absolutely. This setup under the platform with the, you know, a couple projectiles thrown out, this is going to be the main game plan on this stage. Try to avoid the aerial approaches and make it so if you go under the platform, you're going to be eating a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought up the importance of the aerial game as well as the on-stage game as well, too. The grounded options that Sonic the Hedgehog possesses are terrifying, obviously for how quick they are, how potent they are, but also just for how he can threaten the space. Sometimes he doesn't even need to press a button. He can just stand off to the side and spin in place, and that there is enough to beat you out in a game of chicken every time. There's the can, though, at the ledge. Nothing off the down tilt and the nair, but the upper is going to catch you.
Yeah, that's one of the dangerous parts about Sonic's game plan. Like you said, those aerials, they just threaten so much space so quickly that if you are, you know, if you're hovering in the wrong spot for too long, he's going to get you eventually.
Oh, yeah, he most certainly will, man. Sooner or later, he will catch you. And he's doing a pretty good job with that frame 5 dash attack. There's the forward throw. Has him off stage. Now, of course, for those who know, you know that Duck Hunt, no hitbox, not recovery, so he's going to be as sparing as ever with that up B, but gets back virtually unscathed. Oh, that's me.
Oh, no. Not my own can. Oh, the trade with the can. Unfortunately, killing Embo with his own projectile. And now this is up a stock. Always good vibes. I mean, this ledge trapping could work out for Embo, trying to get the back air, but Ken just manages to hold center stage. That Pokeball is such an important factor in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely switched the whole matchup of the game. I mean, one could say we're playing a completely different game of Ultimate now that, you know, Ken has the lead. But if there's a will, there's most certainly a way. I don't want to count MBOZ out just yet, but the task at hand has become that much more difficult. Now, nice standing jab. One thing that, you know, he does have, too, the tilts, very fast. Forward tilt, up tilt, down tilt, all very quick. Now, not very safe on shield, but if they can land, they can cover that distance physically between you and your opponent. You should be in some good shape there.
Yeah, I agree. It's great at covering the ledge as well. But one of the things I really want to point out there is there's been multiple times that Embo has thrown out that can as a trade when it would normally be a true Sonic combo. Like that against almost every character, that's going to just hit and it's going to rack up the percent. But this time, Embo able to throw out that can, able to get a trade for the stock. So keeping this percent advantage is actually going to be a huge deal, because if you are in the percent advantage, you can throw out that can and get kills earlier when Sonic would normally be killing you.
100%. You know, I feel like in a matchup like this, are you ever really in the lead until the match is over? I think that's kind of the running narrative with Sonic and Duck Hunt, is that you're never really winning until it's done. There's that standing jab, creating himself a little bit of space. Frame 6 on the nair. Jump right in your face. -5 on shield, by the way. One of Duck Hunt's safer options in their toolkit. The dog has that look in his eye. He's getting ready to bite here soon.
He's got that glint, but unfortunately, he's going to get kicked. Oh, great back air, just really set up by a lot of set play from Ken. Just backing off a lot of times, letting Embo return to the stage a little bit freely. That time, though, throw out an early aerial, preemptive, it gets caught.
Oh, yeah, every time, man. It's looking clean right now. Not the worst deficit to be in the world. Like we were talking about a little bit before, some of the best trapping options at the ledge belong to Duck Hunt. He's right up there with some of the best of them. We just don't get to see as much of this character. Little late on the smash attack, but I'm loving that. Again, that distance, that space between you and your opponent that Sonic likes to threaten. You do have the luxury of having a very physically long smash attack that'll throw him for a loop.
Very true, but still just a difficult proposition to get this stock away from a character like Sonic. So evasive. And Duck Hunt, a character that's very reliant on setups. Unfortunately, the can just not in the right spot. Needed 1 or 2 more ticks to be able to get up there. And, oh, this is dangerous. You're behind. And once Sonic puts you in the corner, this is where the percent can really mount, Raj.
Oh, 100%. We're seeing that frame 5 dash attack kind of come through again and play out in a major way. Nair out of shield, though. As we have said before, very quick option, still quick despite being out of shield as well. We need to see a little bit more of that and maybe then some to bring yourself out of this hole. Early on the up air, I like that. Probably thought he was going to, he anticipated him kind of going higher out of that dash. Just a little bit quicker. So I'm liking the presence of mind, just a little off on the execution.
True. I mean, Embo definitely feels comfortable in this matchup based on what I've seen so far. A lot of good setups to just really take advantage of Ken's positioning. However, it's a lot of trades, and he's up at 114%. You know, you got to be wary of Sonic back air, Sonic combo off of the spin dash, and it might be a death. But right now, just interrupted the recovery 3 times in a row, racked up that percent, and is almost dead even now, Rod.
Could be a sign of maybe what's to come here. Again, I can't stress enough, you're not winning until it says game on the screen. And look at Embo. Look at him.
You're right. You're right.
It ain't done just yet. Loving every part of that.
Over till it's over. The can. It was just in the, perfect spot set up for Sonic having to land directly on top of it.
Yeah.
Up smash, handled that, no problem.
That's just I think I can is what it is. We can.
That's Thomas the Tank Engine, baby.
I think I can. Love that. Great stuff right here to these 2 talented individuals. It started out a little slow. Things started to pick up in the middle. We thought Ken was going to run away with it figuratively and quite literally, but Embo was able to sneak it out at the 11th hour. Let's see how the rest of this set goes. It's all best of 5 here, friends, so don't ask.
Oh, don't park, don't ask, and we are going to run it right back, no questions. On the same stage, everybody loves a little bit of Pokemon Stadium too.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, I actually think this was an advantageous stage for Embo Z. Like, there was a lot of situations that on stage with different platform layouts, he might not have been able to set up in time. He might not have been able to get that trap under the platform. But a lot of people, they don't want to risk anything. They don't want to step out of their comfort zones. They want to just sit and keep that Pokemon Stadium action going.
And I understand the importance of playing it as safe as possible, especially for 2 characters like this. These are 2 characters historically, like you beautifully brought up before, you do not want to be behind on. You want to make sure you stay in the lead. And how do you do that more times than not in the fighting game? By playing it safe. But every so often, especially when both characters suffer from the same weakness off stage, as you can see here, just no hitbox, not recovering, and you're like, should I press a button to come back down? Should I come back down safely? You have to expound upon each other's weaknesses. So great stuff right here to these 2 individuals. Ken kind of coming through and getting really aggressive here. I love this.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about expanding on a character's weaknesses. We've seen how much Embo Z has just caught out the recoveries from Ken. Normally a character that is so terrifying to edgeguard has a lot of reversal potential, a lot of mix-ups. It doesn't seem to matter for Embo. The can, it blocks everything.
It does. I mean, it just mitigates so much of what Sonic wants to do just in terms of maneuverability, which I think is really 90% of the matchup versus Sonic the Hedgehog. How do I, if I can't stop him from moving, not a lot of characters historically can, how do I make moving more difficult for me? You do it just like this with the I think I can right there. We can get it done.
The can indeed. And yeah, once again, setting up that can, and it gets an extra big combo, 52% off the rip. Huge advantage here for Embo Z, who is just, running away on one of the best players in the world. I mean, this is one of Washington's best. This is somebody who the fans are out here cheering for, and he is making sure that it is not for naught.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, when you play with the spirit of your entire region on your back, I mean, not just Washington, Seattle, I'm talking like the whole PNW. There's a lot of invaders out here in this space. So I think, the area had to come together, and just put aside their differences and say, hey, look, it's us versus the world here.
True.
Back throw, boom, red stuff. Still not enough to get the stock taken, though. Can right there on the coverage. Is it enough? Ooh. It most certainly is. Up tilt, up air. Still in there, though.
Incredible tech from Embo to get out of that situation. I thought it was all over for him. Even a back air there, that was still techable. Wild.
I mean, talk about the young man reactionary time. It's nice. I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, it's going away with age for sure.
But it most definitely is.
Not for Ken. I mean, that man's been playing the game for quite some time. But another trade with the can. This is something that Embo has been throwing out pretty much every single opportunity when it's like a hit stun moment. You'll just pop out that can.
Yep.
But that time, just like the first game, does lose a stock to it, and that could be the time for a comeback from Ken.
No, 100%. I mean, this could most certainly be like the difference in where this match goes. Oh, I love that spot dodge. Ooh. But early on the up smash, again, I love the idea behind it, though. You're looking for that scoop. You're looking for that overextension, either like another standing jab or short hop fair, but all you get is an up air right there for your troubles. Embo looking powerful right here, playing for all the dogs right now.
Oh, yeah, all the dogs. You said they have their day, and this might be Embo's, because he looks poised and ready to take this set up 1 stock, up 1 game. But now this is where you have to make sure to get that credit. You gotta make sure to get that extra credit every single time you're up on a Sonic player, because right now, he's in a dangerous spot. Gonna use the can. Not gonna be able to knock the spring away, Rod.
No, unfortunately not, but then gets schoolyard bully. The YIR to wind up punch. Gets it done right there, and I love that. Using the spring to get back to the stage before Embo. That's a frame 4 option, so Sonic is up out of there, man, as quick as possible. Gets back to the ledge, turn around F smash. It's looking good right now. Double back air, there it is. Missed the second one, though.
Yeah, this is something where, you get caught right next to that popper. Oh,
huh?
Okay. Somehow the can got him out of that forward air. But this time, Embo is back in center stage. Does fall call off stage to a back air, and now is forced to contend with Sonic at the ledge. Not a place anyone wants to be in.
No, absolutely not. I don't care how great your recovery options are, your trapping options, your options in general. There's only one option at the end of this match, said Ken, and it is death. Great stuff we're here to both of these two competitors. Ken going up a stock and going up a game on the board.
Damn, 2 forward smash kills in a row. Like, after not letting any of that rip in the first game, it was just, all right, I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know that I know.
Yes, right. You know that I know that you know that I know that you ain't living. No, but I think what it really comes down to is what we talked about kind of coming into this match, what we prophesized. The fact that both sides handle each other in such a similar way off stage. They have I'm saying the same weakness, but Sonic the Hedgehog, I mean, weaknesses, like, it's very few and far between. But it's just the no hitbox, not recovery. And we got to see Ken expound upon that on Embo quicker than we've seen Embo do it the other way around. I force you into a weird recovery option. You air dodge in weirdly. Guess what? F Smash is waiting on you.
True.
Some day one ultimate stuff right here. At the tournament for the day one ultimate major all those years ago. It's a lot of day one stuff, but Jet, this is how I know we're late game meta right now, because we see a duck hunt this good still putting up a fight versus Ken. This is late game meta here.
I mean, these players have been just working on their characters so much for so long. Embo, one of the sole reps that's able to make this happen at this level, and right now is dead even with Ken. 1 game to 1, but still has a lot of work to do. Does switch up the stage a little bit. What do you think about this small battlefield counter pick?
I'm kind of here for it, man. I mean, you still kind of get the same, like, you know, out of sight, out of mind, sort of like second thought. I have the hub now in the middle. So when I start winning, I know exactly where I need to go. So you still have that visual cue. And of course, you still have the 2 platforms, albeit, you know, shaped a little bit differently on a stage like this. I still think Sonic can have a good time. However, the platforms being a little closer means I have the can now on these platforms. You don't have as much space to outmaneuver these.
True.
So both sides, of course, working with some new terrain, hopefully dishing out the same bit of pain here. Can online, Clay shot off the mark. Going to go for those tilts. Very quick, very safe. Thankfully enough, not shielded here from Ken. There's the back throw.
Oh, the can just expiring right at the wrong time for Embo, but still, another one is not enough to seal the stock out. It's a little bit stale, but I mean, this can is doing overtime. That duck, though, that's the one who's getting the job done.
Duck Dynasty right there, man. Damn, this is what the duck is happening here. I'm going to put it that way. Okay? It's looking good. There's an air. Try to get the cross up back here, and I love that. Again, it might seem like Ken is like really looking for a lot or getting super aggressive. This is just actually some of the stuff Sonic can do. He actually has a luxury tossing out back here 3 times in a row very safely in the air, where other characters could only dream of stuff like that. Yeah. Get out that shield.
Come on. Double jab on shield. It just really seems like Embo was a little bit worried about trying to punish it. Sometimes you get a little bit in your head. You're like, okay, I don't want to punish it because I don't know what punish is right. And then, you know, but that time, you know, when you do it twice, you're definitely going to have the opportunity to. And that time the can not in the right spot to be able to block off that border off stage. And now Embo is, you know, even stocks. Ken coming back into this one.
Yeah, I think Ken really good at just going for tit for tat. But one thing I really got to give to Embo is that he's so great at holding on to a lead. He just knows how to milk it. I think Ken's resiliency and just his tenacity when he's in the deficit to not look for the big things, but try to find those small interactions like you were talking about. Just that standing frame for each other. Boom, 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 real quick. Again, over and over and over. Or frame 3, I think, actually, but
fast
over
jab,
and over and over. It's like, oh, that's such a beautiful thing to see right there from Sonic. You know, but also he has the same ability to hold on to a lead as well. But we're seeing a little bit more of that kind of come through from Embo. But as I say that, nair out of shield, Ken's getting close.
Yeah, Ken is really coming back into this game, and now Embo has set up this ledge trap, using the can, sets it on the ground, directly where Ken wants to go, but that great ledge hang from Sonic, working wonders for him.
That's right. Okay, nothing off the down tilt. Frame 5 on the fair. And yes, that backer has him off stage. Ken's done a really great job of just outmaneuvering the can, but we'll see for how much longer it can actually last. No, oh my God. I mean, talk about just speaking to the patience and the nerves of Ken to get up off the ledge and then to not press a button, knowing that Embo has been just dogging you down at the, I mean, just not allowing you to go anywhere. Didn't press the button, stared him right in the eye. That was great.
Yeah, Ken has been so patient in the corner. It's really, really impressive. Just a testament to like how Ken knows his options, and he knows that he can react to anything that Embo's going to do with a way to get out of the corner. But now Embo gets a grab, gets some extra percent, almost catches with that can, but the up air is so safe on shield, is actually going to not confirm, but this tech from Embo is gonna put him to last stock. And we saw what happened last time. Ken almost made this, Ken made the comeback super hard.
Yes, he most certainly did. Both sides have been doing a really good job of that versus each other, but even at the 11th hour, we're gonna need somebody to really rise to the occasion here. And I think Embo kind of knows the win condition. I'm backing off, playing a long game. Double clay shot,
reset.
up air, frame 6. Can I get another one? Okay, actually let him off the hook. Try to bait the air dodge. You're a bad dog. Oh, damn.
Oh, man.
Damn.
That dog, he knew what he wanted. He wanted an up smash. That's the only thing he needed. And he got it just like the first game. Secured a little bit of an aerial advantage. You know, that vertical advantage stayed so good for Duck Hunt with both the up air and the trapping with the up smash. It's just an incredible way to secure stocks early, and he got 2 off Sonic that way.
You did, you know, and also just incredible for the collegiate aspect of esports. I know you and I, we work Riptide, and you know, we always talk about just the importance of the collegiate aspect of the Smash community. And it's good to see a young player in a jersey repping not also their future and what they want from themselves educationally, but also the entirety of the region at a community level too. I think it's just a beautiful thing to really witness, and really just shows how far we've come in the Smash space. So
true. I mean, even this is UW. He's at UW, and that's his team.
Home turf.
So like, you can't get more home turf than that.
You sure the heck can. You sure can. Oh, whoa, Ken knowing the situation at hand. This is a situation, they said. We are here, and I cannot afford to let you get another stock lead on me. Nair, nice, another one.
Going back to the same stage. Ken did get a W on here once, but Embo securing that first game. And now, I mean, this is looking dire for the dog. 6% only. All right. Up a stock, man. This is rough for our hometown hero.
I think Ken kind of woke up in this match and realized who he was and the importance of coming out the gate swinging. I've given you, so many games of playing very slow, very methodic. But now it's time for me to really kick up the jets in a way that only really Sonic can. Frame 5 dash attack, there's F tilt.
Yeah,
looking good right now.
I think this is one of those situations where Ken has decided, all right, I need to slow the game down. I'm getting caught by too many things. I'm being caught by situations I'm not comfortable with. And Embo, he's been thriving with the scrap. This time, no more scrapping. We're playing safe, secure, held in back, and knowing when to go in.
Oh yeah. You got to get a little aggressive sometimes, I think, versus your opponents. But I think in that aggression, it has to be stylized in a way where even as big as you're swinging, you're still swinging safely. And I think nobody does that quite as well as Ken can, especially when they're in the deficit in the set. He's looking really good here. There's that up air again. Frame 6 again. Putting it in the grave. It's looking good. 2 stocks apiece right here. Embo, show me something. Let me see it.
Man, Embo's vertical advantage has been so wild this set. Every single time it feels like Ken tries to land on top of him, gets obliterated for it. But now Ken has Embo in the corner, just going to opt to spin out. And, all right. Oh, home and attack. Sets up there. And now the can behind Ken, but he gets that nair back there. Wrong direction, unfortunately, for a Japanese player. And he's going to need a little bit more to get to stock.
Yeah, most certainly will. And I think it might just come back down to, playing against each other off stage. Neither side really wanted to oversend too much off stage and kind of want to play the ledge trapping game, which both characters designed, and just really armed to the teeth to do. But fact remains the same. Both sides counter punches a little bit more carefully here. And for good reason. Setting up shot. Up here, back here. Okay, threw me off.
Man, the moment Ken went in, he took like 2 projectiles to the face. Still does fan that stock, but he was doing a lot better to sit on that platform. I wonder if he's going to opt for that strategy a little bit more in the rest of the set.
Well, let's see how it all unfolds. I mean, he's using homing attack, knowing that he has the lead and trying to put on some safe distance and safe damage in conjunction with that at the same time. Gets in between Duck Hunt and the projectiles. There's the can. No, they're about to say, where's the nair at, bro? He's getting close. You got to nair him.
Oh, almost the back air. Not gotten the stock just yet, but would have set up for a nice edge guard. This is tough for Embo. I feel like he needs to get a stock right about now. He can't afford to let this game stretch on too long, because we know how Sonic does in these long, extended matches.
Yes, they definitely are. I mean, Sonic is a character that's built to go the distance. Can get a game done, in a matter of moments, but can certainly go the distance and still stay in the lead the whole way through. Sonic, of course, just very armed to do that. Embo, of course, really struggling, really bleeding out. There's forward air. Take you for a ride. Back here to change the trajectory a little bit. Up air, can. Okay, playing it safe.
I'm liking Embo's recoveries this game. They've been mostly just really evasive, but having to use that air dodge judiciously. But this time, the can is protecting him. He's able to get out of the corner. Now sets up with the gunman, but this is going to be a really bad spot. Yep, there it is. Tries to go for an early nair falling, but Sonic happy to meet him with a back air.
And it's that split-second decision-making that I think just throws even the most talented of players off. I've air dodged like twice in a row. Is it safe to air dodge a 3rd time? Are they going to let me? Was this all a part of some grandmaster plan from Ken to condition me to not air dodge and land with nair? Which, again, not a bad option at all. Very safe on shield and one of his quicker aerials. But when it's all said and done, Ken had a master plan at hand, and it came through and worked in a big way. Now we got one game left between these two. Where's this going to go, bro? I'm so scared.
I'm hoping Embo takes it. I'm not going to lie. I mean, the home turf, it's always fun to see.
Yep.
But, you know, I mean, Ken, he's been here a long time. He's been making these Game 5s work for him for so long. I would not be surprised if he took it in commanding fashion.
Yes. Whoa. Already out the gate, quick 40%, not even 10 seconds in. Ken, safe on shield. Just kind of taking a page out of Ken's book, if I'm not mistaken. You know, understand the importance of coming out aggressive, but not too aggressive to where like you're putting yourself in bad spots. Hold on to that lead and force your opponent to come to you.
Yeah, the calculated aggression working out well for Embo, but really nice forward here, beating out that dash grab. And now, okay, it could have been a lot more percent if Embo had slipped up there, but great defensive play so far coming out from the dog. Not opting to go too aggressive. Like you said, the calculated aggression has been working out so well for him.
It most certainly has, and I think Ken's starting to kind of see through it all. Using that dash attack just to get between themselves and the projectile system. Ken regaining the lead. Embo, of course, having to play this one very safe. Not rolling. He learned his lesson.
Not again. Not this time. You ain't going to forward smash me 3 times 1 set. Woo. But Ken, he wants it. He still wants that. We're going to see a forward throw off stage. Try to set up for this ledge trap, but it's so hard to stop Sonic out of the corner as he turns the tides, reversals it, and that back air puts him in the lead.
I mean, that right there was just, I'm avoiding the Can, avoiding you, and an option out of shield, and then I'm also sneaking in a back air. I mean, you have to be a veteran to see stuff like that.
Bro's dancing between the raindrops.
Seriously. Okay, there's the Can right now. Still untouched, well, up until that very point. Still not out of it just yet, but the task at hand has become that much more difficult. You've allowed Ken to get the lead, albeit at dark red %. Uh-oh, up throw, you know it.
Oh, the Can, it gets hit off a little bit. It isn't able to confirm off of the throw. That Can had been so good for Embo. He blocked off the combo potential from the up throw from Ken, but now betraying him a little bit. Still able to just F-tilt that out of there. Ken slowly giving up ground, but not giving up any %. Has 144% on him.
And he's staying in that perfect distance between like himself, the Can, and his opponent. Embo knows, I kind of lose the boxing match here. My jab just a frame slower than his. I can't just short hop, you know, and then, you know, do an empty hop and then go for like a tilt because that's unsafe. My aerials are great, but they're not like enough to really bring me out this hole. Okay. What am I to do? Finds the shot, gets it done though.
Yeah, it does get the stock, but at what cost? I mean, 102%, that's a tough ass to come back from in this matchup that is so like long, extended, made off winning so many neutral interactions. And now just tracking down Sonic is going to be Embo's task for the next 4.5 minutes of this game. How will he find the %? How will he find a single hit? And now just going so deep. Ken, okay, I wasn't sure if he was making it back on that one, but regardless, the Can is going to interrupt that, put the 14% on him, finally gets his first damage on. But this is such a dangerous spot to be in once again.
Oh my goodness, the Matrix. Okay, I mean, I'm talking just narrowly escaping the air dodge, everything. I mean, they say cats have 9 lives. I don't know, man. This dog
maybe ducks do too.
I think so, dang it. I think so. Might be down to their final one here, all things considered. Ken right now with this lead, looking to, dare I say, run away with it and make it that much more difficult for you to bring yourself out the hole. Up there.
Oh, that is such a big opening. Does not get the reset that I think he was looking for on the platform, but does not matter. Finds another opening and 54% to start it off. Disastrous start for this last stock, and all the clay pigeon beaten out by that spin charge. Difficult position now in the corner. Gets the dash attack. Oh no, Rod is looking over.
It's looking anything but great right now. I mean, I still want to believe. Nice, the Nair on the way back down, giving himself a second lease on life. Nothing. Okay, we haven't seen any spike attempts either, but this could also be courtesy of the fact that Ken has not recovered low, and neither are you for the rest of this set. Run off the stage, forward air. Ken closes it out at the 11th hour with the 2-stock victory. Damn.
Tough break for Embo. It felt like he had everything going for him, but you know, that's what happens when you play against the best.
Yeah.
The best. You gotta beat the best. You gotta beat them at their best.
Yeah, you do. And I think both sides, forever a student. I think that's what makes players of any stature dangerous. Is your mind open to keep learning? You know, and I think